I'm not for sure. I'd have to sit and calculate it. I just know what I'll have next week.
Gotcha.
But my
Okay, no, that's
it's Alicia Clark, but on your paperwork it's Oliver.
she want to make that real. All right.
I'd like to do away with that last name. They're working on changing it though. I was in the office today.
Wow.
Yeah.
He wants to do away with it, not just get rid of it. She needs to do away with it. All right. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, my client confirms receipt of the promised $1,800 payment, and so Miss Clark's balance is $4,770.61 with court costs.
All right. And Miss Clark, how are you intending on getting this?
So I didn't realize the court was closed on Wednesday, so I called yesterday and emailed the paperwork in, showing my tracking number for DHS.
Yes.
I was in the hospital yesterday, so I couldn't bring it. And I reached out to my kid's therapist, case manager at Youth and Family Services. She's working on it with Ypsilanti Thrift Shop. I reached out to Faith in Action and Friends Indeed.
Okay, to try to see about the rest of this balance.
See if they could help with some of it. Otherwise, if I have to do it myself, that's fine. I could pay so much every week.
Okay, so every week?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. The next week, what do you think you can get paid?
1,000 by next Friday.
Okay, I'm just trying to work this through in my head.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like 1,000 every week? Is that how you're intending on doing this?
I'm not for sure. I'd have to sit and calculate it. I just know what I'll have next week.
Gotcha.
But my
Okay, no, that's fair.
The help from them.
Okay.
Because I called Hawk and they said I was over the 30%. Yeah.
Okay.
Even with it being 6
Yeah,
of us in my household.
Pardon?
Even with it being 6 in my household, me and 5 kids.
Right. And so you got 6 in your household?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to adjourn this out a week and I'll explain, Ms. Dornbush, over the objection to plaintiff, why I'm gonna try this. 6/28/24 at 12 p.m. You're to pay $1,000 by, when can you get that in?
I can get it in by Friday morning at 9.
Friday morning? Okay. Yeah. Okay, by the 28th. We're gonna click into another month. What's your monthly rent told me?
$1937.80, Judge. That's with the pet fee and the trash service.
Okay. Okay, I'm still gonna do this and then it's gonna click up to, but she may at least remain even for a minute because even with July clicking in or right around the corner, because if she gets the SER with the number of people, it's at least a meaningful number of about another 1,000 if she qualifies. And then with the other things, she might be able to get this thing down to a manageable level where it may come down to, and this is kind of where I end up when I'm in this part of the month, man. I may next week issue a judgment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that judgment, what I'm doing is I'm just sealing the number that you'll have to pay. You'll still have to pay July, but I'm sealing the number that you'll have to pay to keep your home.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
It does, because this involves my kids. So
pardon?
Fine. I said that it does because this involves my kids.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm willing to kind of try to do this and get you there. And that way, if both of those can come through, well, DHS won't pay until everything's paid off. But at worst, you get this in, we're at a $3,700 figure.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out how that can get paid. You're still gonna have to get July paid. But let's try to see what we can do for next week on that.
Okay.
All right.
And Your
Sound
Honor,
good?
I know the court has noted my objection. I just want to bring to the court's attention because obviously my client's going to have a concern about an additional adjournment on this case, just because Ms. Clark is a fairly new resident to the community. She just moved in January. Move-in fees were paid. March rent was paid. And then that was the last payment they got up until the $1,800 payment that came in after court last week. And so there isn't really a track record here for my client to have faith that this will get caught up. And this is obviously a very sizable balance. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to note that for the record, since I know the court's already noted my objection.
Yes, I noted that objection. I understand that. And you have to get the $1,000 in. Likely there's going to be a judgment and then the proof's going to be in the pudding as to whether or not this track record can pay.
It'll be
Oh.
paid. I talked to Jennifer and I didn't talk to the actual property manager because she's new, but I talked to Jennifer and Jeanette
Okay.
because my mother and father have lived there since 2015. We had 4 deaths in the family in March, and my daughter-in-law's mom died, which caused 13 people to be in my house. So my son and daughter-in-law had to get a house there. So I have had a lot of stuff happen that caused this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here's what we'll do. She's just noting that for the.
No, I get it. I get it. That's why I've communicated with them.
No, I got you. I got you. And I'm always a good pick of character. I believe in you. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to get through this and we'll figure it out next week as to where you're going to go and how this is going to work.
Okay.
Sound good? All right.
Thank
You
you.
have a great weekend.
You too.
Peninsula Plays versus Taylor Hawkins.
Julian Engen for plaintiff.
Taylor Hawkins?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, hello.
Hi.
Okay, last time we were here, there was $1,895 owed. And I didn't have a note that she was gonna pay anything or anything. Ms. Hawkins, where are you with reference to getting this paid?
So I did also state of relief, I think it was at SCR. I applied for that. I'm just waiting for approval, but I was gonna put about 600 on it by, I want to say next Wednesday. I believe I'm getting a check next Tuesday, so I just have to wait for it to process or whatever. And then I'll be depositing 600 on it on Wednesday, and then I'll have another.
You're tailing out on me.
I'll have another deposit. I'll have a deposit of 600 next Wednesday, and then I'll have the rest of my deposits like the following week.
What do you mean the rest of it?
I think it's about 1,000 left or so. My mom said she was gonna deposit when she gets paid, which is in the next 2 weeks. So,
Okay, so
she told me to pay the 600. I'll be paying the 600 by
Taylor,
Wednesday.
hold on. You're gonna put 600 in next week.
Yes.
By what day?
I want whatever day is Wednesday. I'm not sure the official date.
Okay, that's fine. That'll be the 26th.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna put in 600 on the 26th.
Yes.
And then you were talking what in terms of your mother?
The following week after next week, next Friday, I believe my mom gets paid, or in 2 weeks Friday. She said she was gonna be depositing down the $1,000. I believe I have what's the full balance? Is it 1,600 or because that's what I seen on my profile.
Hold on. Taylor, hold on. How much is your monthly rent, Taylor?
It's $769, but I know
Okay.
I have late fees on there as well, and then the
Okay, I'm not,
cost.
I get, but Taylor, here's the thing. By the time July clicks in, we're gonna be around $2,600 that you're gonna need to pay.
Okay.
So probably a little bit more than that, probably 2,700. So
Okay,
when
I
you
spoke with well, I don't mean to cut you off, but I spoke with my landlord, and she told me that if I was able to pay the balance, then she'll give me time after July, like she'll give me a payment plan that I can like do with her.
okay, but we gotta get, Taylor, we gotta get there. Okay? All right. So, and for that to happen, you gotta be clear on what's going to be paid. So if I'm operating off this 2,800, somewhere around there, you're gonna pay 600 by the 26th, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then your mother's gonna pay 1,000. Is that gonna be July 5th?
I believe so. She may give me half before and then half a little bit more before the 20 or
Okay,
on the
Taylor,
26th.
Taylor. Does your mom get paid this Friday coming up or the next Friday?
She gets paid this Friday, but she's not gonna give me $1,000 this week. She's gonna give it to me the following week after next week. That's what I was saying. Like she may give me half, but she told me that I have to wait till the next paycheck. The next paycheck is in 2 weeks. She got paid this week. So it'll be July 5th. Isn't that the correct date?
Yes. So
Okay.
there's gonna be, before July 5th, there's gonna be 1,000, right?
Okay. Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then that following week, July 12th, how much?
It'll be another 600 from me.
Okay, okay. Now, that'll be July 12th. That'll be that following week, which would actually be the 9th that she'd pay it, but that's okay. It'll be two
Okay.
weeks out. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Taylor, I don't know why I'm gonna do this. This is crazy. I'm gonna take a chance on her. And I'm going to adjourn your case to July 12th.
Okay, thank you.
And
It'll be paid, I
so,
promise. It's just a switch
pardon?
of jobs. I said it'll be paid, I promise. I just had a switch of jobs and I'm in school as well, so I'm just getting help.
I know, Taylor. I get it. How old are you, Taylor?
I'm 20. I'm about to be 21.
Okay. I have one of you at home, and she does math the same way you do. And so I just have to follow it, okay? I get it. You'll
Okay.
come through. That's why I'm giving you the shot. But I just have to work it through. So we're gonna do 600 on the 26th. There's gonna be 1,000 coming in by the 5th. Another 600 by that date. That's going to be about 2,200. And then we should be able to finish it up before the end of the month if all of that comes through. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, Taylor. And so I'm going to adjourn this to June 12th, 2024 July 12th
Okay, I
at 3
appreciate it.
at 3 p.m. Okay. July 12th, 3 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Take care. Your name?
Emerson Wilson.
Okay, where are we on this case? This is a termination and you were gonna get an attorney and what happened?
So because of the time changes, she said she wasn't able to make.
Who is that? Tish Lee? She said she's gonna represent you?
She was already representing me from the last time we went to court and I got a attorney.
Take care.
So I've been going through her since last court case. And since last time we was in court.
Did we get anything from Miss Lee? And she told you she was gonna represent you or?
She just told me that she is not able to come to court.
Today without regards to this.
Not in regard to her case. Well, we gotta figure that out. Can you, indicating that she's going to represent you?
Yeah, I was trying to get in touch with her all the way since last Friday, and they finally got back with me yesterday. And I went up there, gave them the court papers and all of that stuff yesterday.
You just send a message to them, because you can call over 665-6181. Yeah, just make a phone call and see. Are you representing Christina Billups? Or we're waiting on that? You guys stay right there. Spice Tree versus Yvonne Butler.
This attorney,
All right. Ms. Butler,
Yes,
can you state your name for me, please?
Yvonne Butler. Yvonne Butler.
Okay, I granted your motion to set aside the judgment in this case because the plaintiff failed to appear. I then set a hearing for today. Plaintiff is again not here. Do you have a motion for me?
I have my balance. I'm not able to pay
Are you,
online because
ma'am?
yes. Hello.
Are you moving that I dismiss the case?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, Judge. I'm at work and I work individuals, so they're like at the van. So I'm just kind of like trying to keep them, But thank you.
But
Thank you.
are you moving? You're moving to dismiss the case, right?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, case dismissed.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Okay, bye.
Little push.
Yeah. Let's snatch victory out of the gun, because I'm not getting a message back.
I heard a man open the door, so I came in. I left a message for Miss, but I have no answer for it.
And
I was gonna say, she has a phone number where you can text. I'm doing that now.
You're doing that. Yeah, I just set one. All right. So what do we want to do on this? I don't know whether Miss Lee is representing. She's indicating that she is, but I'm not able to get a response back. I mean, we can set the matter for final settlement conference, which would be our precursor to trial, but
I know my client's looking for an order sooner rather than later, so I just soon wait a few minutes here to see
okay. All right.
if that's all right with your honor.
No, that's fine with me. Why don't I do this? This is my last one. And ma'am, you're sure that she's going to be representing?
I told you I took the paperwork up there yesterday and I talked to, somebody that was there and she just told me that she couldn't do it with me today. And that was it. And I told her that you told me that I had to have a lawyer and she, I don't know.
Well,
We can go on with the matter if you want to. I'm just ready to get it over with.
okay. Well, they want you to vacate the premises.
Judge, if you can give me a couple more weeks for me to make.
Okay, how much time do you think you need to?
Right, like the weekend of the 6th of June. July, I'm sorry.
So you need, let's see, 21, this would be the first. So if we were to enter a judgment today, you'd have to be out on the 1st, but you're looking, you need another week, you think? Than that, so if I made it the 8th, that would work for you? She will, I think. What about you, young man? You guys all agree to that? Yes, sir? Yes? Okay. So what we do is I do a judgment, which would then give you that additional week's time. Okay? Before they could do anything. And so the written date, if it's acceptable to the plaintiff, is going to be July 8th. So that gets you through that. Yeah, that work. Okay.
My client begrudgingly agrees.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, folks. And I'll just do.
Oh, you know what? I thought I didn't check the box that it hearing. Is it hearing or?
By hearing.
Okay.
Right here. So folks, just so that you understand, I want to make sure, I have to make sure that all of you understand what this means. And what I'd be doing is I'd be signing a judgment. You'd be agreeing that you're going to vacate the premises by July 8th, 2024. Sorry. I don't know why I thought it was a different year. You understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
You, sir?
Yes, sir.
You, sir? Okay. Do you have any questions regarding this judgment?
No.
Anything along those lines? All right. All right. I've signed that judgment, and if you need a copy, you can pick up a copy up front at the front counter.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to all of you. Take care.
Will the court mail it after entry?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thanks, Judge. Have a great day.
Okay. You do the same.
And
Everybody,
staff.
everybody stay cool out there. Best you can.
Sending emails on a holiday. You said an email Wednesday night.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Getting ready for.
You wouldn't even answer my call. No, no. Court does call the case, Scio Farms versus Steve Duncan.
Not sure.
Your
As
Honor, there
not-
is though Kevin Paul checked in on behalf of Sherry Duncan, who's the other party. He is
Yeah.
Miss Duncan's guardian, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
And Your Honor, this is the date and time for plaintiff's motion for dispossession of the manufactured home. Your Honor, this is a situation where a judgment entered back in November of 2023. Mr. Paul had appeared at, I think, the initial hearing on this and indicated that Steve Duncan had passed away. Sherry Duncan, I think, was living in a nursing home and that he was her guardian. I spoke with Mr. Paul briefly last year about trying to work something out regarding disposition of the home. He was going to talk to Steve Duncan's heirs about what their intentions were for the home because both Steve and Sherry are listed on the title. I have since been in communication with Steve's sister Beverly Wilson, and have served his two other sisters, Marcella and Carleen. And in speaking with Ms. Beverly Wilson, Steve Duncan's family does not want anything further to do with the home, and they have no objection to the court awarding title to Sile Farms. I spoke with Mr. Paul's sister last week, or may have been earlier this week, and I don't believe that there's a desire for the home to stay in Ms. Duncan's name either, but I will defer to Mr. Paul with respect to that as her guardian.
May I address the court?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I kind of fell into this. The previous guardian was Miss Duncan's sister, and when she cleared the trailer out, all the paperwork and anything, personal items went, including, I mean, as simple as a phone and false teeth. So it was quite some, my cousin actually wrote my sister a distress letter and said, hey, I'm stuck in this nursing home and I have no control over issues. And that's how I ended up being guardian for a cousin I hadn't seen in probably 30 some years. So I'm just trying to work with this. She has no interest. There is nobody that is interested, and she's living in a nursing home, and I don't know, gets $60 a month for personal items. The kind of whatever happens here, I'll have to go with it because there's nothing to be done.
All right. Then I'm going to grant.
Your Honor, I would
Go
just
ahead.
say one more thing for the record, and it is referenced in the motion. There is still a lien listed on the title. The lien holder is from 1986, First Federal of Michigan, and I have listed in the motion who we believe the successor in interest would be. We've served their registered or resident agent, however you want to refer to them, with a copy of this motion, letting them know that Sile Farms is seeking to obtain title. I suspect, Your Honor, given its age, it's almost as old as I am, that the lien has been released. But I wanted to just bring that to the court's attention as well.
All right. She was bragging. She said that. All right.
I'm aging myself, Your Honor.
I want to see pictures of the trailer.
All right. The motion is granted. I'm going to grant the motion and petition for disposition of the mobile home, and I've signed that order. That transfer of title can go to Sile Farms.
Thank you.
All right.
That is fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Court does call the case of Sile Farms versus Thomas Denton.
And for the record on this one, Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff, Your Honor, I do not believe anybody is present on behalf of Mr. Denton. Mr. Denton himself is deceased. This is a similar case where an action was brought for non-payment of rent in December 2023. As I indicated, Thomas Denton is deceased. I have been in touch with his brother, Charles Denton, who was served with a copy of our motion for disposition of the manufactured home. And my understanding is that Thomas Denton has one direct descendant, also named Paul Denton, although the Paul Denton I served, I think, is Thomas Denton's father and not his son. Nonetheless, Charles Denton and I spoke this afternoon, communicated with his nephew. Neither Charles nor Paul want ownership of this home, and they do not have an objection to Sile Farms obtaining title. So in light of that, we would request entry of an order awarding title to the home to Sile Farms.
Court will sign the order awarding title of the mobile home and subject matter, in this case, to Sile Farms.
Thank
That
you.
order is signed. Well, Ms. Cook, she's here.
Yep, she called me on my phone, Your Honor. I wasn't able to answer those since I was still on the record. So if I can go into the room with Ms. Gonzalez, I'll speak with her. I'll call Ms. Cook back.
You got that?
Got it.
You sure?
Yep.
All right, then put Ms. Gonzalez in the breakout. Hey, quit yelling at me. Just do it, okay? All right, here we go. And now it's Cheryl Luck.
Like it or
Court
not,
does
right?
Court does call the case of Arbor Club versus Arlinda, Washington.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Washington, not here. If you'd like to take the call, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Go
Your
ahead.
Honor, plaintiff moves for entry of a default judgment of possession only in this matter, rent to retain $4,963, court costs $181, for a total redemption figure of $5,144, writ to issue at the statutory redemption period.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor One West versus Nelson Neves.
Here.
Cheryl Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello, what's your name, ma'am?
Nelson Montaner.
All right. And what's our claim in this case now?
Your Honor, total amount due $2,055.10. My notes indicate from last hearing, which Mr. Wujek handled, that the defendant disputed the balance, but there was no specific information as to why she disputed the balance.
Correct. And she indicated she was getting an attorney.
Mhm.
So, Ms. Neves, what happened?
I did speak to someone and I told them I was withholding rent from Arbor One due to that they don't want to fix anything. It's been going on for a year now. They don't want to fix. We had problems with the furnace. They didn't want to fix the furnace. It took them about a year and a half to fix it. The bathtub never goes down, and windows leak. There's mold everywhere. They took
Here's
like
what you're
3
gonna
months.
do. Ma'am,
Yes.
I need a written answer outlining everything that you're complaining about. I need that
Okay.
within 7 days. So I need that
7
by June
days.
28th, 2024. It needs to be filed with the court. A copy needs to be sent to Ms. Luckoff. You understand that?
Yes.
How much is your monthly rent?
$1,287 is what I'm showing, Your Honor.
Yeah.
127.
Yes.
All right, so we started this 14 days. Yep, it'll work out just perfect. Going to order escrow in the amount of $1,287. That's to be paid into the court the first of the month for July. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And so I need that written answer that lays out everything. And then Ms. Luckoff, with great regret, I don't have a date until the 12th. So.
Oh, because the 5th you're not, oh, okay. All right.
And I'll adjourn this matter to July 12th, 2024 at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, there's no way to have this on next week.
I can put it on next week. Yeah, sure, we can do that. I don't have a problem with that. So, ma'am, I'm going to change your date, 6/28/2024 at 12 p.m.
12 p.m.
And the answer is due,
The 28th. I'll do that day. So,
well, I guess that probably will end up not being productive as I'm thinking about it, because I won't have had a chance to review it.
right. I was trying to give a week for the answer.
Yeah.
But
Okay, let's go with your original, if you don't mind, Your Honor, the July 12th.
okay,
I'm
let me
sorry.
scratch this off. No, it's
I'm
okay.
scratching it too.
So, ma'am, we're going back
Yes.
to July 12th.
Okay, what time?
And I forgot now.
12
2
p.m. Oh, 2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
Okay.
Really, man. It's July 12th, 2 p.m. Court recalls the case of Northfield Crossing versus Gonzalez Ramos and Gonzalez.
And Your Honor,
All
I
right.
did have an opportunity to speak with Miss Gonzalez, who actually goes.
And it
by
was
the
a
name of
pleasant conversation, wasn't
Kate.
it?
It was, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, I've spoken with Christina Gonzalez, who's now known as Christina Gates. And I believe I said that correct, Ms. Gates? Is that correct? Okay. And we've reached terms for a consent judgment, Your Honor. The
All right.
rent to retain is $1,407.80. Costs are $244. Total due $1,651.80. Ms. Gates is going to pay that amount plus the July rent as follows. She was going to pay $600 on June 28th, and then minimally $500 on July 5th, $500 on July 12th, $500 on July 19th. That's the minimum payment due on each of those days. Any remaining balance would then be paid on July 26th. Ms. Gates understands that if there was a default on the agreement, plaintiff could file for the order of eviction after the statutory 10 days has lapsed, which would be a request date of July 2nd. I advise Ms. Gates of her rights under MCR 4.201J. I believe she's given me permission to sign the consent judgment on her behalf, and we would request entry of a default possession-only judgment with the same terms as to Jose Gonzalez Ramos. The one aspect of that I didn't clarify, Your Honor, for the court is that if there was a default, plaintiff could seek the order of eviction without further hearing, so that would constitute a waiver of that 56-day rule.
And Ms. Gates, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. And I don't know if you said so, you gave permission for Ms. Dornbush to
did.
sign your.
I
All
did,
right,
yes.
very. All right, then judgment to the plaintiff. The writ date as indicated in the amount of 1651.80 with a writ date as indicated in the judgment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, I
Once
just
that
have to
gets to me,
show my
I'll sign
son.
off.
Can I show my
Pardon?
son that I'm on live with the famous Simpson judge?
What'd you say?
I said, can I show my son that I'm live with the famous judge?
You can if you'd like. See there? Hello, sir. How are you doing? Yep.
See you everywhere.
I know. Maybe too many places. All right.
Let me get an autograph and we'll be good.
Okay. All right.
All my papers.
I was gonna say, you'll see his signature on, unfortunately, the court order.
Yes, that's true.
Matter.
Need my
I'm gonna
autograph.
frame it.
All right, you guys take care. Have a great weekend.
Thank
you.
Ms. Gates
Have a great one.
Gonzalez.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
You too.
That's it for us. Amy, thank you so much for today. Didn't need much of your help, but it was
As
just
always,
comforting knowing you were there.
It's always great to spend Friday with you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Have a good
You take
weekend,
care.
everyone.
You do the same.
Thank you.
And that's it, Fridge versus Cook.
I'm sorry, do I leave? This is Destiny.
Oh, yes, I did. I did.
Didn't I already deal with Ms. Boyd?
Yeah, just now.
Yeah, I did. Yes, you may leave.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Am I good?
No, you're good.
Oh.
Okay. You stay right there. All right. Ms. Dornbush.
All right, Your Honor. So I have spoken with Ms. Cook. I think we've reached terms for a consent judgment. Your Honor, the agreement is that this action will be converted to an action for termination of tenancy. And Ms. Cook is going to vacate the home and the site on or before August 1st, 2024. She's got to remove all personal property from the home and surrender the keys and the fully executed title of the home to the community. The community has made an offer to purchase the home that Ms. Cook, I believe, has accepted. And so the community is drawing up a purchase agreement for Ms. Cook to review and sign in the next week. That would resolve this matter entirely and would result in the purchase of the home from Ms. Cook.
All right.
I let Ms. Cook know that if for some reason she has not vacated the home, surrendered the keys and title, removed all personal property from the home by August 1st, the landlord could file for the order of eviction at that point without further hearing, and they would then be excused from purchasing the home.
All right, Ms. Cook, is that your understanding of the consent judge? All right. Do you have any questions regarding that consent judgment? All right. Did you give Ms. Dornbush permission to sign your name to a consent judgment consistent with those terms?
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Cook, you are here not represented by counsel. You have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some right you didn't assert, some misunderstanding on your part, you would have to file a motion with the court within that time frame to try to set this consent judgment aside. That doesn't mean that I would grant it. You just have that time period to do so. You understand that, ma'am? Yes?
Yes.
Is there any other questions you have regarding this consent judgment?
No.
All right. Thank you very much, and I'll look forward to getting the paperwork and we'll sign off and you'll get a copy. All right. Thank you, Ms. Cook. Good luck.
Your Honor, just to clarify, there was the default judgment, so this judgment would set aside the default and we would enter it as a consent judgment instead, just for the record.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You're welcome.
Arbor One West versus Portia Bigham.
Cheryl Lukoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Any other? She has not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Plaintiff moves for entry of a default judgment of possession only, rent to retain, $1,595. Court costs $175.10 for a total redemption figure, $1,770.10. Writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days. Arbor One West versus Latasha Taylor.
Cheryl Lukoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Taylor. Aye. All right. And I had that she owed 1321 last hearing. She was going to pay 9 by that date, 900 by that date, and then the balance by yesterday.
So she did pay 900, it looks like, on 6/15. She has a balance right now of 400, including court costs, $421.
It was paid today. I have the receipt.
You did?
Yeah, I have the receipt.
My eyes are old. I can't read that. I got you. That's what you said was going to happen. So the information hasn't gotten to Ms. Lukoff. So Ms. Lukoff, what I'll do so a dismissal can be sent in, I'm sure she got it paid. I'll just adjourn this out to the 28th date. And then, so ma'am, here's what I'm going to do. I'm adjourning this out 1 week to the 24th at 12 p.m. on the 28th, 2024 at 12 p.m. It's likely you won't have to be here. They're going to send it to dismissal once they verify the payment.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. You take care. Court calls the case of Arbor One West versus Mercedes Houston.
Cheryl Lukoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Well, where'd she go? Oh, I don't know. She was just
I thought
there.
I saw her.
She was here. She just dropped off. I don't know what happened. She'll come back. All right.
All right.
Court, I'll pass that one. Arbor One West versus Destiny Boyd.
Cheryl Lukoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hi, I'm here.
All right, Miss Boyd. And last week we had $1,240. Whoa, Miss
he
Boyd,
can go
you
ahead.
got
I
to
just want everybody to sign and I'll sign.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm
We had
so sorry.
1,200.
I was trying to join.
Okay,
the
it's
Zoom.
okay, Miss Houston. I just passed your case once you dropped off. We got you. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yep.
No, it's okay. No apology. On Miss Boyd's case, we had $1,240.10. You were to pay $500, and then I wanted to make sure that payment was made, and then she said she was going to have everything paid by the 28th.
I do not show that the payment of $500 was made.
Yes, I went and paid $630 yesterday. I have my receipt from my money order. I took it to the lady in Arbor One's office.
When did you pay that?
Yesterday.
Okay. And then you said you're going to pay the balance by
the 28th.
Okay. Is there any, how do you want to do this? Look, it
You know
looks
what?
like,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
It was like, if I can try and confirm. Do you want to pass it? Because
Yeah,
if
I'll
she
pass
didn't
it.
pay
I'll
I'm
pass
gonna
it.
ask for judgment, but if she did, I don't have any problem adjourning it or.
All right, I'll pass your case. Hold the line, Miss Boyd. Arbor One versus Nicole Bevere. Oh, I meant to call Miss Houston. I'll get you, Miss Houston.
Okay.
Oh, Cheryl Lukoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
Come on up, man. All right, this was hello, what's your name?
Nicole Bevere.
Okay, this was another one. She owed 1104. She was gonna pay 500 that day. And she's gonna pay the balance by the end of the month. She's
28.
here. Do you show her $500 payment that day?
I show that on the 17th, she paid $500.
Right. And then you just need till next week to get it done?
Yes, but I don't get paid till 4:30 in the evening. So it won't be till Saturday, the 29th.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
The
It's the
problem,
same
Your Honor,
thing
is it's
with
gonna be
how this-
July by the time, if it's not made, we're gonna end up
Yeah.
having my rent kick in.
so. Okay, I got you.
What's wrong?
No, I'm just thinking what the problem will be is that if I tried to go any longer than that,
The 28th?
yeah, what's gonna happen? Because that's my last docket day of the month.
Mhm.
July's gonna kick in.
Okay, I understand.
How much is owing? How much do you have owing?
Right now, $601.29.
609.
601.2, yep.
Okay, and you think you can get that all paid
Oh, yeah,
by the 29th?
by the
okay.
29th, yes.
Here's
It'll
what I'm
be
gonna
for
do.
Saturday morning.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find no tribal issue. I'm gonna grant judgment of possession to the plaintiff in that amount, the 601.29. Explain why I'm doing that. I'm freezing the number.
Okay,
So that we're just gonna be dealing with June.
okay,
Okay, and then I'll indicate a writ by July 1st, 2024. So what happened is I've frozen that number. We're not dealing with July's numbers. You'll get it paid on the 29th. That'll satisfy this judgment. Then you work on July rent paid.
gotcha.
Fair
sounds
enough?
good. Yep.
That work? She was looking at me like she didn't believe me for a minute. All right.
Thank
good
you.
day.
You
Take
have a
care.
good day.
Arbor One versus Sergey Dawson.
Cheryl Luckett on behalf of the plaintiff.
Sergey Dawson. All right, he's here. All right.
Your Honor,
What's our- he
I was
supposed
just
to pay-
say, he's supposed to pay in full by
everything.
Monday, yeah. And no payments have been made.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
you didn't get it paid?
No, so I received a personal check for one of the jobs I did and that personal check bounced. I have contacted the homeowner and I can't get another one until Monday morning. That being said, I do work for, for a payroll check as well, which I did just get paid today, so I can get that in by, if I can have till the 28th, even if a judgment is called, I'll have paid the rest of the money.
What's the total amount that's due?
$1,031.10.
$1,031.10. I'm going to find no tribal issue after hearing granted judgment to the plaintiff in the amount of $1,031.10. That needs to be paid within 10 days.
Yes, sir.